If you saw the video that I made yesterday morning, I think it was actually about the Mark audience, and it was a video. I was complaining about one of their videos, um, and my opinion on them, and you thought, well, gee, you seem to be a little stressed out over that. Um, you know, I have good reason to be because this is a problem I have had for years. These are incredibly obnoxious people that watch wrestling now. It's a niche audience that they have created by limiting and trying to silence and drive other people out. They're total fucking assholes. And hey, you want proof of that? Here is more proof. I'm out. I can't log back into Twitter now for 7 days. Okay, upon waking up out of my fucking alcohol-induced coma, I decided, you know what? Let's go on the old Twitter. And it says, oh no, I can't go for 7 days. And my first thought is, I can't go back on there and post anything. I can only message people and look at other people's content, but I can't go to my page for 7 days. So basically, censorship. I said something you don't like, so you're going to censor me. Now, look, of all the shit I said, it's pro free speech as I am, and I've probably said some things that cut pretty close to the wire. Some of it maybe I shouldn't say. The absurdity of the actual reason these fucking assholes finally decided to kick me off Twitter for 7 fucking days is not even a violent post. It wasn't a post that was particularly bad. Basically, some fucking troll, um, I guess, reported a post where I had said it was about the wrestling, and it wasn't even like yesterday's video I made here. It wasn't condemning anyone. It wasn't a threat of violence. It wasn't anything angry, specifically angry. It was simply making the point because I was defending Roman Reigns and saying that he would be a very good villain, and because he's a villain now. And the entire reasoning was I had said, I remember something, I think it was the one where I had said I had blamed Cena during when I was younger, as a lot of people did, for the negative direction I felt wrestling was going in and being overly corporate. And hey, I said something about corporations. I guess maybe there's a reason there, but it wasn't his fault, and it looks stupid doing that. And it's no different from a shit ton of other comments I left in that same vein, saying much the same thing. So I guess what some asshole did, probably the Ryan Satin himself, maybe the Ryan Satin himself, or one of these assholes, or someone in that vein, one of those types of people, basically just reported shit until they eventually got something. And I do think it was a wrestling fan because because as little as I talk to wrestling compared to, or is compared to other shit that I post about. And maybe it was WWE themselves. I don't know. Hey, maybe a wrestling mark is running Twitter's account or running the Twitter site. I don't know. Maybe it's a fucking mark runs the damn thing that would explain why so many people have had issues with them. But the point is, and I'm getting to the point here because I really just don't give a fuck. I'm out of energy already. I'm still kind of sick, and I just don't want. I don't care. I'm so tired of all this, and I'm gonna just really stop even just using the internet other than just watch videos. I'm tired of caring because I've went through this before, and I'm not about to go through it again, and I'm damn sure not creating another site. But it was basically saying Reigns would be a good villain, and that was basically it. And I think I said they were idiots because a lot of your marks are idiots. That's subjective, and it's my opinion. And I've said other people are idiots. There's people that say I'm idiots. They certainly say people are idiots. Have you seen Dave Meltzer's shit posts? And someone, you want to talk about someone condescending and rude to people? Dave Meltzer, I don't see them kicking Dave Meltzer off, right? Why? Because he has a fucking verified, or he has that check beside his name, so he's okay. But my post gets canned, and I'm out for 7 days because while you might think maybe I should or not, this was my first fucking treat that I've had taken down or I've been reprimanded for, believe it or not. For whatever reason, this was the first one. And again, somehow it's 7 fucking days for one fucking treat. So what? I'm gonna go back on there, and someone else gets offended about it. Could be anything, and it's not like they're checking because whoever's capping this shit, this much has just wanted to goddamn kick me off. Or they just weren't watching and they just clicked something, or maybe it's an accident. I don't know, but this is not anything to kick a person off Twitter about for 7 days or for one day. There was nothing offensive here in this entire fucking treat. So now I can't be on Twitter for 7 days. And the interesting, fascinating thing is, it wasn't, again, for this. And the interesting, fascinating thing was, it wasn't any of the feminist shit that I posted, anti-feminist. The feminists didn't get mad. It wasn't the Trump supporters. It wasn't anything I said about Trump. It wasn't the Republicans. It wasn't even some of the more edgy, maybe a little bit crazy shit I posted about wrestling. No, it was these fucking ass hat cocksucking motherfuckers who didn't like the fact I disagreed with their opinion on wrestling because I defended a guy they didn't like. who decided, nah, fuck you, I'm going to report a goddamn fucking post by you defending a wrestler. And for defending a wrestler and not saying anything violent. And I didn't look at all the different stipulations. I forget exactly what I said, but I remember saying it, and I saw enough of it that I know it wasn't anything that bad. But it was for defending a wrestler and saying, yeah, I used to blame people for why I thought wrestling sucked too. And it's in your mind, it's going to suck anyways. It's just the way the company is, or something to that effect. And for that, I get shit canned for 7 days, and I can't post anything on Twitter. And that's like my main damn thing now. Why? Because I was getting a lot of views. People were actually caring about what I was doing. Maybe I was making a little bit of a leeway. What time I wasn't drinking at least, but maybe I was making a little bit of progress in terms of my hard work that I had put into it and on the blog. But hey, you know what? I didn't do it for almost a year when they kicked me off the last time because I pissed feminists off or whatever it was. Or at least I assume that's what it was. Who the hell knows that? I don't even think they told me why I was kicked off that time. It might have been that. It might have been something else. But the point is, I didn't use it for almost a year. If you go back far enough, I used to use Facebook, oddly enough, and I don't really use Facebook much, but I used to use it a lot when it was a little bit different. But I used to have a Facebook page. I used it all the time, and I used YouTube. But I didn't used to use Twitter very much at all, really. So I can go back to that, and I can wait another year, or I might never use it again. I'm not waiting. I have to wait 7 fucking days. At the end of 7 days, you know how much happens, including a goddamn debate. Hey, maybe you didn't want me commenting on the debate and saying obvious shit because that might piss someone else off. So I have to come here, maybe 5 people total ever see this. Or maybe 5 people total ever see this. And God forbid any of you help a brother out and share a motherfucking video. You can't do that either, can you? But hey, you know, I'll post some on Gab. A lot of those people are not to my ideological liking or the same as me, but hey, at least they respect free speech, and I've had a hell of a lot easier going on there. I'll tell you that as far as posting shit goes. I might fucking post on Gab. I might post a little on Facebook if I still have that, because who the hell knows? I did post stupid shit there that I don't like because I was drunk half the time. But the point is, I might post there. I might post a video here. I might post on Gab. In 7 days, I might say something on Twitter, but it's largely going to be a fucking bye-bye to that motherfucking site because I'm not putting up this shit. I've went through this before. It can be very hard to get another one. And right now, I'm not posting a second Twitter page because, you know, I'm not even sure, first of all, if you're allowed to do that. But whether you are or not, I wouldn't try to in the first place because it's hard enough for me to keep track of my damn Twitter page that I have now and the password and shit. But yeah, I'm off Twitter for 7 fucking days for a totally trivial, harmless motherfucking thing I posted that wasn't violent and didn't really even go against the rules that I could see because some fucking asshole wrestling fan. Again, that is why you're down to 5 to 6 million viewers. That's why I posted that thing where I wasn't trying to attack those 2 specific people. And who knows, maybe they're the ones that fuck me here. But I didn't try to attack them too hard. And I basically said I'm talking about the larger group. But you're saying that's cringe and you get to put your opinion out there that I'm not supposed to like that kind of television segment. And meanwhile, Is Wrestling has done more of what you wanted to do. They've lost 5 to 6 million viewers, you punk ass bitch. And then you want to tell me I can't post something on damn Twitter that wasn't even violent. Or even negative of all the shit that I post. First of all, I don't have to post almost anything violent. The second of all, that wasn't even negative. It was one damn fucking thing. And that's what gets me canned for 7 days. Do you listen to what some of the crazy shit Ryan Satin, for example, has posted, and the way that he got Russo through outright lying about something he had nothing to do with that someone else was doing, that there was no direct connection to him about, got him in there's even a question of whether or not anyone even did it, got him kicked off Podcast One, basically. That's how they deal with Vince Russo, because they don't like Vince Russo because he used to write the kind of wrestling I and 5 to 6 other million people that no longer watch used to like. And this is your fucking mark audience. And to WWE, if WWE wasn't the ones that reported this, because who the hell knows? And I think it's odd that anyone would, unless it was coming from a big source, it would be odd that they would even notice. So maybe WWE just decided to fuck me once again because they're pretty good at that. But let's make no fucking bones about it or no mistake about it, WWE, you fucking fascist corporate assholes. And maybe the fact that I brought up how you're fucking us, how you've been fucking us for the last 20 goddamn years, and how you totally threw people like me under the bus because we wasn't we were a lower common denominator. I think they even said that once in a segment before they started sucking because that's what they think. Of all the shit you do, your fucking Ray Kellers and your people, this is why you don't have any viewers. You have drove so many of us away, and you're somehow getting paid $2 billion by goddamn fucking Fox Television for a goddamn show that you can't even get 2 million people to watch. Now, how in the hell you scammed them out $2 billion for this, I don't know. And it's fucking, second of all, let me say this more importantly. Again, like I said before, Keith Olbermann, who turned out to be a pretty big asshole, in my opinion, over the years. I used to like him when Obama first ran. I remember watching his show. Not a fan anymore. But that guy shit on wrestling. Like, oh, I can't believe they signed this. That show sucks so much. Well, you know what? Congratulations for proving him right. Because in your incredible fucking desire to prove him wrong, the only damn thing you have done has been has vindicated him and proven him right. And you have proven me right. Because you, in order to please him and to please Hollywood and the government and all these fucking people, because you're publicly funded now, publicly funded, and it's basically socialism for the rich. The poor pay all the taxes, the rich pay almost none, and then you get all these fucking resources and shit. So you're kept artificially alive for a company that can't even get 2 million people to watch. It should probably be out of business already for you to continue making a fucking profit, so you don't have to turn out a good product or actually make a good fucking show. And your only fans you have left are totally brain dead idiots that act like robots, and there's something fucking mentally wrong with them to begin with. So, anyways, in order to prove that guy right, you actually prove him wrong. You have proven him right, but caring more about what he thinks than about what people like me think and a lot of other fucking people. And Vince Russo got you 8 million fucking viewers, but you still have a fucking thorn in your ass and your eye in your ass because, goddamn it, he left your ass to work for WCW because you told him to get a nanny because he needed some time off to take care of his kids, and it's right. So he's like, fuck that, and you left your damn garbage corporate fascist Nazi asses, and he went to work for WCW for a while, and because of that, you still hold it against the man. Because you're petty, spiteful, idiot control freaks that listen to fucking Ray Kelly and the rest of these rat fucks that are putting you out of business, and they end up bitching anyways instead of us. So you lost 5 to 6 million viewers who fucking false report and concern troll a fucking comment that was totally fucking innocent. And does any one of these people come to me and say, no, we disagree, here's why you're wrong? Do they ever argue their fucking point in a reasonable, humane, politically correct as they would have it weighed? Fuck no. These assholes do what they did there. They get you censored, or they have like 5 people, probably like one guy and 5 accounts in some cases, troll your fucking ass and try to get you kicked off websites and other shit because you disagree with them, not about feminism really, and certainly not about Trump or the big issues of the day and the wars we're in or anything else. And in a country where, like I said yesterday, I believe, we are raging war and blowing up 7-year-olds in kindergartens. In that country, not because of any of that, not because of fucking mutilating baby dicks like these fucking people. They sure as fuck don't care about that. Not that they ever had enough brain cells to put together a common thought to fucking comprehend that maybe that's wrong because they're fucking lemming idiots that just want to watch a fictional show, and then they want more wrestling because they think it should be a sport, because they think if you just add a bunch of wrestling, that somehow makes it real. And they can't stand the fact they were the nerd in school that liked it, so they want to make it into the thing that they didn't like to begin with because they're idiots. Those fucking people, not for any of that, but because of a fucking fictional show, want to get you kicked off fucking shit because they want to troll you because they can't stand someone disagrees with them about that. And that is a fucking problem with wrestling. And these fucking idiots is a big part of the world. And so is the WWE, and so is corporations, and Fox Television, who are totally incompetent and should have their fucking asses kicked for giving you goddamn $2 billion to produce pure shit. So fuck wrestling. I'm done watching it, and I'm done doing anything on Twitter. I probably won't even do anything on it. I'm not going through this again just so I can go back on there and post a few things, and then some other asshole report something else. Because basically they're done with me now. For whatever reason, they let me go until now, posting shit, and now they decided no. So any goddamn stupid thing will do. And for some reason, instead of going to something I might have actually did wrong, they started with that. And again, because I'm sure there are things that they could say, well, that violated our rules. That wasn't it. And again, I'm not doing this again. Fuck them. I'm out. Have fun blowing Trump. And by the way, to the Democrats who still support any of this and you don't care about free speech, have fun blowing Trump's orange cock for the next fucking 8 years because you will be.